We're going to talk about how to pack in a hurry because sometimes you need to just get everything packed up and go ASAP. But first things first, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Keisha Ellingson, and I help people feel at home, movers feel at home in new areas and adjust to everything that comes with the move. So if you are watching live, feel free to add your comments in the chat, or even if you're catching this on replay, add your comments to the chat. But if you are live, then I can pull your comment up onto the screen and answer any questions that you have about this video. So with some other updates, did you know that there is a Homesick to Happy Movers podcast now? I was looking through the podcast and I looked up homesick and I looked up moving, and I did not find anything underneath those two categories that spoke to movers. I found one moving podcast that has had 3 episodes in the last 3 months, and I was like, okay. But that one was in like a different category. I was like, okay, well, this needs to change. And so we created a podcast so you can listen to weekly episodes about moving and all that comes with life after a move, and nice tips, tricks, and ideas to help you transition easier and faster into a new area. So with that, I am going to jump into the content. So how to pack in a hurry. Now, Ethan and I have packed in a hurry a few times. The time that stands out to me is Ohio. When we were packing, and we wanted to be home for the holidays. We had missed Thanksgiving. We wanted to be home for Christmas, and we're going to fly home. But we also didn't know where we're moving next to, because if you stay in the same job, we're going to move to Tennessee. If you switch jobs, we're moving to Texas. So it was a very things were up in the air kind of move, right? So I have a few steps sketched out, and then I'll tell you more about our Ohio move later on. So the first step to packing in a hurry is having the right equipment. So if you are packing quick and you have paper bags and you're packing in paper bags or plastic bags, it's actually going to take you way longer than if you had good sturdy totes, because the plastic bags will rip or the paper bags will tear, and then you'll be packing again in something else, and it will save you tons of time to get the right equipment, even if it means taking one extra trip to the store to stock up on some good quality totes to pack efficiently. Okay, so when we're talking about totes, the things that you need you need a tote that is, I prefer clear. My husband does not, but I prefer clear, so you're not rummaging through everything. If you need something, you can see where it is in the tote to grab it, and then you're done, right? It saves you a lot of time. There is a major flaw with most of the totes, and that is they put the handles where you lift up the tote. So the handles are the most fragile thing of a tote. And so when they put all the weight on the handles. There's a design flaw. But there are totes on the market that don't have the handles where you lift up. They have them on the opposite sides, which is so great. And it will save you so much time from having broken handles and lids that don't stay on anymore and aren't secure. And then you have to use an extra strap, right? So when you're buying totes, getting totes that are clear, handles in the right spot, not where you're going to lift up, and then also stackable, because that's going to save you a lot of room, and you're going to be able to use your room more efficiently, and therefore maybe even have one less trip. Okay, the second thing to do when you're packing in a hurry is don't unpack what you have packed. It seems super simple, but it's actually something when you're packing that you find yourself doing a lot. And it's because we pack up things sometimes without thinking about it. I'll just throw all the bowls in this container, in this tote. And then you're like, oh, hey, it's the next morning. I need bowls for cereal, or I need bowls for oatmeal. And then you're unpacking what you've packed. Okay, so the way to get around this is think about what you're going to need, for the next day or the next 2 days or however long you are packing. Okay. Do not pack that stuff. But also, this is super, super important. Okay. You need to pack a bag like you're going on vacation for 2 weeks. A 2-week vacation bag, because then you're going to have all the clothes you need. You're going to have your computer if you're working virtually. You're going to have your toothbrushes and all of your toiletry stuff. It will prevent you from packing those things up and then like 2 hours later deciding like, oh, hey, I actually need that. So then you're unpacking and then you continue that cycle. This will prevent that. Okay. So have a 2-week bag. Think about the things that you need in your day-to-day life or the last few days that you're packing in this house, and keep them separate and don't pack them up. Okay. The third thing that will help you pack in a hurry is to get help. Ethan and I were often, like in our earlier journey, we're living in states where we knew no one. And it's kind of like Wisconsin, I guess. So maybe it's now too. But we moved to a state where we didn't have like family nearby, or we didn't have friends nearby. We haven't made those friends yet. So getting help can look like asking someone to watch your kids if you have family and trusted friends in the area, or asking someone to load boxes, right? Because when you have that person comes and helps, it's an extra person. So you're literally multiplying your time if they're working as efficiently as you. But if you are in a place where you don't have a lot of support, but you still need to pack, you can pack when your kids are at like their weekly events. So Wednesday night, if you're dropping your kids off at a Wednesday night activity, then you typically have like an hour, maybe an hour and a half to speed pack, get as much done as you can, just solely focus on packing and getting it done before you need to pick up your kids. Or if they go to school, right? Now, what if you have younger kids? You can utilize nap times to pack like a maniac and try to get all the stuff done. You can also, and Ethan and I have done this, put a movie on, like move the TV to a different room, put a movie on, give them a bowl of snacks, get them a comfy chair and a blanket, and say, here you go, kids. If you need us, we will be in the other rooms packing, but do not contact us or don't come out unless it's an emergency. Just enjoy the movie. And that will enable us to, like, you know, they have snacks, they have their water, they have a movie. That's an hour of time. I mean, sometimes they'll come out and ask for things, but usually if I set up the scenario well, then I have an hour of time to get whatever I need done with minimal interruptions, even if I don't have someone who I trust as a babysitter or someone who has extra time to come over and help. Number four is when you're speed packing in a hurry, put what you don't need in storage. Okay. Back to our Ohio move. We're like, it was December when we were packing, and we're like, okay, well, we don't know where we're going to move, but we're not staying in Ohio. The job was done, or Ethan's job was done in Ohio. And then we're like, okay, well, we can pay another month in rent. We can pay January, but we're just going to pay it to like have our stuff there. Let's just move. Let's just, you know, we're packing everything up. We're moving states. But what we did is, because we didn't know where we're going, we packed it up and we took all of our stuff and we moved it to a storage unit. So we rented a storage unit for like $40 a month instead of an apartment for $500. And then the stuff that we didn't need right away all went into storage. We had like just packed that baby full because we knew we were either moving to Texas or Tennessee, but we weren't sure at the time. But we wanted to be home for the holidays because we had missed Thanksgiving. We wanted to be home for Christmas. And then we were going to make our adventure to whatever state panned out. And it ended up being Texas. So the number 5, the 5th reason or thing to do while packing in a hurry is be open to other packing methods. Sometimes we can have kind of like a little system in our brain of like, okay, this is how it needs to go. This is how I'm supposed to pack my clothes, kind of things. But just be open to other methods and thinking about, okay, what will be faster? How can I do this faster? So with like clothes, you don't have to take your clothes off the hanger. So like I've done it before where I've taken like a scoop of like all my clothes. I squish them together, take them, put them on the bed, and fold them over, and then just put this big like pack of shirts in the tote. Okay, and same with like dressers. If you're taking the drawers out, why not use the drawer that's already filled with your stacked pants as a container? Just take some saran wrap, wrap around the top of the drawer, and then slide it back into the dresser. Now, when you move the dresser, it's going to be heavy. So you take out each drawer, move each drawer, then move the empty dresser to the storage unit. Once this empty dresser is in the storage unit, you put in each drawer that has your extra clothes in it, because you already have your 2-week bag packed, right? It has extra clothes in it, and that has it's saran wrap shut, and you stick it back in the dresser, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but it will save you lots of time. Okay. Also, when you're packing in a hurry, use what you have as padding. So towels, blankets, sheets. Use what you have and pack it all in, right? Then you don't have to go and spend time buying packing materials, and like you're already going to be packing your pillows and your blankets, right? You're already going to do that. So why not pack them around something that's breakable? So you're padding them, and then you're not using time waste like with all the extra packing material. Okay. And then also what I like to do when I'm packing in a hurry is I have a few bags or boxes or a corner of my living room dedicated to giveaway. If I'm in a rush, I don't take time to pack things that we don't need. Okay. So like in Ohio, Jada had like I don't know, like a swimming pool, like a kiddie pool is like the walls are like this tall. Which do we really need to drive that to a different state? Like, probably not. Like they're $30. We can buy a new one. So we just donated that. And there's other stuff that we donated to that just weren't worth the hassle of packing and moving. And if you're doing it in a hurry, it's not worth the time, right? So if you're interested in more resources about packing and moving, check out the moving guide section of the Homesick to Happy group. Actually, I think I can bring it up here. Let me see. There we go. It's up. Okay, check out the moving guide section. That's where you'll find all the information about moving. But the moral of the story is, or the moral of the video, if you're watching this video, you can do hard things. You can do a speed move, even if it's not something that you originally intended to do. Just get the right resources from the right people, and you'll be able to walk through it, right? There are plenty of helpful people out in this world, in this beautiful universe. Just make sure that you are aligned with the right ones, and your packing and all that stuff will go smoothly. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye.